What up? Hi, I know you. How you doing? Happy Saturday. Just waiting for my guest to honor. What's good? What's good? Just waiting for the man of the night, you know. How's your night going, brother? You good? What's up, Theory? What's up, dude? Long time no talk to. Chilling. I'm as good as I can be right now, man. How you doing? There he is. That's my guy. Let's start the episode. All right. Welcome to episode 23 of Chop 15 with Jay Walker. My guest tonight is someone I've known for a while. He is one of the dopest creators that I know. But it's not musically, it's graphically, but it's on your skin. He is one of the greatest tattoo artists that I've ever met. And I've met a lot of dudes and a lot of people who wanted to tattoo me. And I held out until I met this guy. And he's been my guy for the last 10 years. And nobody else will touch me besides him. The Bracamonster, Brandon Bracamonte. I'm going to go ahead and bring him in. Dude, man. Happy Saturday to everybody, too. Hope y'all having a great Saturday weekend. As good as it can be. Here I come. Okay. Come on in. Come on, Cletus. Hold on, bro. Let me get you.
Brand.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, that's my guy.
building me up too much, my friend. Hey, Jay. I was planning to do it from the shop. I locked myself out of the goddamn shop. We're hanging out with
You're
my
outside?
friends and family.
Bro, you're really outside the shop right now.
Yes, right here. Yeah, outside the shop.
You locked yourself out?
Hey, babe,
How did you do that, bro?
Hey, give me that blunt. Make sure I can hear you, my friend. Hey, thank you for inviting me to do this. I love
Of
you.
course.
Um,
Man,
so,
you family, bro. Like,
bless you.
you're my guy, bro.
I know. Hey, bro, I love it. But thank you so much because it's huge and it's awesome. It's cool. It's the only way we can do this and show everybody who we are, talk to the things. I just appreciate you inviting me to do this. And I'm smoking weed.
Hey, smoke weed, bro. I don't smoke in the studio, but I drink in the studio, so I'm drinking right now, so it's all good, bro.
Jay, you've been here. We got a bar next door, so I was like, man.
I know.
I told you.
I haven't been to the bar with you yet, though. I've only come and got work. I haven't been to the bar, though. We got to do that next time. So are you working right now?
Well, not tonight, obviously.
Yeah.
But yes, I've been back for about a month and a half, just on the DL.
Really?
Working nights. Hey, nobody tell on me. But working.
I'm not gonna tell on you. I love you, dog. I ain't gonna tell on you.
Well, and like as artists, we just have to keep the momentum going. I mean, it was just that. Like we have to just keep it going.
Yeah.
You know, I have been working. It wasn't the worst for me. I did a lot of paintings. I worked on comic. I wrote some books. I did some things. Me and my girlfriend get along very well, so it wasn't the worst thing in my life to spend that much time with her.
Me and my wife the same way, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got blessed.
We're lucky for that because it could have been the worst thing ever, and it wasn't.
Exactly.
Take the time.
I've been in worse situations.
Things. I mean, as artists, we get to explore different avenues and different mediums and things because, as I do tattoos, but I didn't have something to do every day. Like, I have to draw this thing. Like, I was able to really just go check out some other stuff. So, I mean, silver lining, right? Even though this shit's the fucking craziest thing ever,
Yeah. Yeah. So
I dyed my hair
blonde.
Was it? Or my girlfriend did. Jonah Hill.
Bro, so this last month and a half, how has it been compared to before?
Say again? I got to move away from
So the last month and a half you've been tattooing, how has it been compared to before? Like, have you been doing different things?
Well, I was, you know what? Honestly, I was able to pick and choose what, as artists, and I've been doing it for a long time. I was getting a little worn out, of becoming just a copy machine and having to do this stuff, and we just opened up the shop. It's been 6 years. This is the first year we haven't done a crazy party and invited everybody else, but it's still a small business. And even though we put the hard work and everything into this town, Sacramento, where we're from, and that's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
We did get we got the best of the best. And Jay, you worked at Fallen Angel, one month to them. Me and Jessa went other places. We actually grabbed the people that we and no disrespect to anybody we ever worked with, but it was really about, when you shop, it was like, hey, who can we work with, and who best puts out this idea that, what I mean, who could get into that,
Right.
But being back, it's been like, you know what, I had so much support. I mean, I had people commissioning me for paintings, buying gift certificates, immediately, and I consider all my customers friends, but the love and support that I got it really gave me some more juice to, like, man, and Jay, you know me, I've been so long. I'm just lucky to be the guy that has the skills to do the dope tattoos, so all my friends can get dope tattoos, and we're not all walking around with nonsense.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
And we all appreciate you, bro. We all love you for that.
I know, but it's so much more, because you guys are more than just that. You guys are my friends. We're all artists. I mean, that's how I connect with you guys. That's how we all met. The respect that I've gotten through quarantine, and the people that I talk to every night, it just goes right back to that blank slate of, like, who are the people that really care about you, and who do you really care about, And I think that's why
exactly.
We're going to talk about that, but I think that's why we're seeing this explosion. But I was so thankful to have the friends and the people that I looked up to. I listen to their music when I'm drawing, so that's, I don't make music, but I listen to music when I'm working on my artwork, and
exactly.
Just been, it's artists, and I feel happy about hip hop now. I feel happy about our community. I'm so proud of how we all faced this craziest thing ever, and we already knew that. And Jay, you know what I'm talking about. Like, we met each other when we were younger. We weren't married. We didn't have businesses. We didn't trying to find our way, and to see all of us now, we're adults, and we've got big boy pants on, and we're doing things all to it, you know what I mean? And you know what, and sometimes you forget about that because you just get busy trying to take care of your family, your friends, do the right thing, and as men, growing up and not doing nonsense shit, I'm just proud and happy of the people that have loved me always, and it really showed me again, well, it just reminded me of the truth, I've been really good, inspired, and proud of the people I know, the things that we're doing. It's just really been amazing, honestly. And even what you're doing, Jay. Jay, you and Nate the Great and Bay God affected my tattoo shop, and the mini tattoo worked out so hardcore. I mean, you guys, and I'm not going into that, but they, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, the same
I'm
thing.
just
it's
to throw me in that category, bro. I really appreciate it because I wouldn't know you if it wasn't for my big bro Nate, and I really appreciate Nate for introducing me to you. And man, it's been an amazing relationship, bro.
And
like,
Jay, like, you know how much Nate means to you, me, so many people. And I watched the Bay God thing, and I talked to them, and, like, it's just about the love, bro. And that's why I thank you for doing this. I mean, I'm in the parking lot of the tattoo shop bar.
I love you.
I
love you for being able to interview with me right now in the parking lot, because I know exactly where you're at. I've been there multiple times, and I love that shit, bro. And thank you.
We're holding this down.
And shout out to Nadia right now. I see you, Nadia. You might not know me, but I know your daddy, and I know your brother, and I love you. Real talk. But real deal, Brandon.
Yes, sir.
If you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
If you can hear me, I want to ask you, what do you feel about what's been going on recently and everything
I
with
have
the Black Lives
I
Matter
have
and
so
George
many things.
Floyd
You
and
know,
everything?
I, it's just been the craziest thing. I mean, I have so many things to feel and think about. And you guys know who I am in my family, but like I was saying this today, I might cry. What
Yeah,
what really just fucks with me the most is that we all have friends and we listen to their hard times and shit. I've been hearing the same story. I'm gonna be 45 in a couple weeks. I've been hearing the same story from my best friends and my stepdad who raised me and my brothers. And you know, I don't want to I don't want to make it about me, but I will tell you experience. Like my
no,
my
tell me about you, bro. Tell
well,
me about you, because that's what I want to know about. I want to know about you.
I know, brother. Um, you know my biological dad jammed. The man that raised me since I was 5 was a black man from Louisiana. Big mama, the best dude. And you know what? I didn't realize how crazy that was until I became a little player guy dating women. I was like, man, to 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 stand and be with a woman who has 3 kids and he has 2 in the early 80s to fight it. You know, I always made the joke. I was like, you know, we're the black and white Brady Bunch. I mean, it was exactly that. You know, I mean, my dad
Yeah,
had sons. They're from Louisiana. Um, you know, black Louisiana. I mean, I've been through that town just in my travels, and I could say, hey, do you guys know the Bells? You know these guys? Shreveport to fucking Shreveport in Boulder. It's a community. I mean, but to me, it just breaks my heart because I know as a man how hard it has to be for my parents to have gone through that with 5 kids, mixed races. They were in the military. They went through so much crazy shit. And they just and I was at the helm of being the craziest fucking guy. I'm an artist. I was getting everybody into trouble. That to me is huge. And then I was like, man, my brothers, my best friends, it wasn't about black or white, but I was like, you know what? I've been hearing the same story for 45 fucking years. And
exactly,
it's just
exactly.
and you know and that's just my experience. It's been way longer than that, you know, and so nothing surprises me. Um, we've had the time off so we can all deal with our feelings and things, and as artists. But I mean, it you know what? Nothing's done. Nothing's over. We're probably
Yeah,
in the worst place ever because of who our president is and the division that has been created and and just people feeling okay to fucking be pieces of shit. I mean,
yeah.
and and you know, like it had to make me think like, did I think it was all good? I did. It wasn't. You know what I mean? And it hasn't been. And I mean, it's just a lot. You know what I mean? But that's what I always went to was like, it wasn't as a black man, but the fact that I was lucky to have a person show up, and that's got to be tough. 5 kids. I mean, I don't even date women with kids. I don't want kids, but it's
I
got
tried not to. I
and then
tried not to before
and
I
then
got married. I tried not to.
right
So,
and then
but I
you
fell
know,
victim.
but then in the face of this, that had to be tough for them. That's what I think about. I think about my brothers, my best friends. About again, like I said, I've been hearing the same fucking story for 40 fucking years, man. And we live in a weird ass place. We live in Citrus Heights suburbs. It's different. Tattoo guy. People think they can say this and that. Um,
But it's Sacramento, bro. It's the same
right,
shit, dog.
but it's
Same.
different.
I lived
I,
there
I
for 13 years. I know where you live.
I live in
I
a
know where
suburb
you
though.
live.
So not only am I worried about the people, I'm also worried about what people are being fed through the news. I mean, we just went through this wave last week that this whole suburb and all the other white suburbs that I live around, you know, they got a weird text saying, "Here come the looters," and I was like, nobody is coming. Um, and I know what code words are. So when they say thug and looters, I know exactly what they're saying. And so I get scared. So I'm like,
There was a text in your neighborhood that said that?
yes, yes. And it went through every.
Wow.
I mean, we were out of lockdown for 4 days, and then they locked Citrus Heights down for fear of looters. And I'm like, no one is coming out here. So then you get a bunch of.
There's nothing out there to loot. It's houses, people's homes.
It. But what you do is you rile up a bunch of old people and you rile up a bunch of white people that do not have the experience to know that's not happening. So they're just
yes.
It was very scary and not just scary. It really was upsetting because and me and my girlfriend Sarah Michelle, we were talking about like, man, we've really started to see where people are at.
This is definitely giving you a time to be able to look back and be like, okay, I thought you were this way, but you're this way. You know what I'm saying? You can see it now.
I do.
It's a clear line.
And
it's a clear line. You either on this side or this side. Where are you at?
And we also deal with we're all about love. Hold on. Hey, Jay, hold on. I'm going to keep it with me, but I do got to say. Hey. I love you and thank you. I love you and thank you. I love you. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Okay. And it was just like, and thanks for letting us know who's who. You know, it's been hey, I can only talk about my experience, and
that's all I want you to talk about.
I know, but
your experience.
You know, I talk to my friends' family, and I'm like, oh, I'm going through this, and I'm going through that, and I'm like, I never want to take away from what everybody else has been talking about, but then I'm like, well, this is what I'm going through. It's the truth. It's just been crazy. I will say this. I broke this down to my girlfriend the other day. The craziest thing about this, what people don't see is this, is yes, this thing has been set up and it works a certain way. And now, thank God that there's young kids who are smart, who are calling it for what it is. Because you know what? When you're in the middle of something, it's hard to see what you're a part of. You know what I mean? Whether it's breakups with your girlfriend, fights, people are reactionary. You know?
Yes.
And this thing has been going on for a long time, and the quarantine gave people time to think about it. The young people, I am just so amazed and in love with, like, I read this thing today and I was like, you know what? This is the last generation. We are going to fight about, and you know what, Jay? We're older. We did that thing, but I'm also happy that, you know what? Just like the Cuff inspired me artistically, we're all, you know, artists, musicians, and we are humble people because, like, artists do this shit not because, you know, the whole world has become monetized. So in the tattoo industry, everybody wants to be on the show and do this shit, you know, and
of course.
I'm just glad that I can make a living doing art. My job is to be me and share my talents with my friends and family, for the people I love, to make them feel better and understand that we're all together. I'm really stoked that the young people are showing up for this. But what I was saying is, but we also inspire them. I mean, we constantly meet kids. Are like, I know who you guys are. I mean, I've learned so much about the social media, how my musician friends, which is most of my friends are musicians.
Of course.
Like,
we're everywhere, bro. We're everywhere.
And it's inspiring because I'm like, man, it's just inspiring that, Jay, we all started out as trying to do it, and now we're fucking doing it. And we're doing it. We're also setting an example of, like, this is how you do it. And we're doing it for the people behind us, for the you know what I mean? Because of, I don't know. I think it's an artistic thing, but for me, it's always been, dude, I've always been about little rascals in the Get Along gang. I'm not having fun if I can't share my fun with the people I love, you know, and it's a flip. I grew up one of 5 kids, so I was used to that. But also, that's why I don't have kids, because I want to shut the noise down. So when I go home, I'm like, hey, I have to fucking, you know, it's hard work, bro. It's hard. And I know for myself in the ideas of like opening shops, being in relationships, figuring out who I was, you know, and how I could deal with this stuff. Sometimes those things get put on the back burner. And the worst part about it is, like, it wasn't on the back burner. It was always there, and it's getting worse. And my biggest thing to say to anybody is this: they've given the whole world a couple things to think about, and that's powerful. Because the only other thing that was like that was God and religion. Everybody on this planet had an opinion on whether you believed in God or not. That was the universal jam on the entire planet. And now they've fucked with our health, and so people can either believe that it's not real or it is. You know what I mean? And then it was like, can you believe whether racism exists or not? But the big jam to me is this: the show of force that the cops and the government have blatantly done, and people still finding a way to defend that or think that's okay.
Yeah.
And, you know, and Trump just got rid of a whole bunch of like gay civil rights stuff. I mean, there's so much going on, and I really want everybody to know they hit us with the biggest thing ever, and we all have to talk to each other, understand that. And it sounds so lame to me, but like, I really love differences between people. I like learning different cultures, different ways of life. But in the end game is this: we all sleep, eat, shit, love, do all those things, the same goddamn thing. We're all the same people trying to take care of our friends and
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
and to have people make other people feel like I can't succeed if those people are succeeding. That is the biggest fucking trick, and that's what they're doing now.
Hold on, I gotta stop you right there. I've been letting you talk, and I will always let you talk, bro. But that's the fucking point right there.
Right.
You just made the fucking point right there. Like, if these people think that if everybody is successful and healthy and prosperous, it's gonna stop them from being prosperous.
Yes.
And that's not the thing.
It's not.
That's only greed. If you feel that way, that's greed. And that's it. Well, only greed.
And look, even with this stuff. So, like I was saying before, and it was crazy, but like, if people think that they can, I live in a weird area, bro.
I know where you live, dog. It ain't that weird. Trust me. I know where you live.
But I'm just gonna say, we went to the protest downtown on Saturday, and it's boarded up, and it's on. You know, it's not on fire, but there's the energy, and we care about like enough of this, enough of that. Yeah. Everybody at the protest wearing masks, respectful. It was chaos. It's a chaotic energy, but at the same time, people are coming through and making sure that people had water, sandwiches. There was this thread of love. You know, it's coming to the point, and we've been saying, like, time's up. You either love or you hate. It's also about do the right thing, Radio Rahim. No more time to let people that hate defend themselves. You guys have been fucking talking this sideways bullshit for too fucking long. But anyway, what I was saying is, where I live is, I went to the protest, and we see buildings shut down. We see all the stuff going on in Sacramento. And what really got me was I know downtown Sac like the back of my hand. When I was a kid, I mean, that was when I first saw the Cuff, was in front of the original Get a Clue that looked like a little village. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? A little cottage thing.
Yeah.
That was me and my little brother on Thursday night market. I'm from Sacramento. I know the streets like the back of my hand. And so to
Shit,
watch some of the stuff,
that's before my time in Sacramento, but I know what you're talking about. So yeah, you're real sad.
To see the streets look like war zones and crazy, you know, not, I mean, and I feel for everybody on the planet, but like to see it in my city where I'm from, where me and my friends just rolled around and, you know,
Exactly.
it was just fuck. It's probably some of the craziest shit I've seen in my life, like most people, but, and I've seen crazy shit, but it's just been, I can go on and on, because how can you really deal with all that? How can you, again, we just got out of quarantine. How can you process all that stuff? You know?
Because I'm gonna tell you, Brandon, because there's one of two people. There's people like you that have friends that have dealt with shit that's really going on right now.
Yes.
And you can sympathize and empathize and realize what's going on.
It's all about empathy.
And then there's other people, who don't know anybody who has ever dealt with this shit, who don't have friends that have ever been in the situations that you know about.
Right.
And it's so far removed from them that they don't care.
Well, and you know what, Jay, what I'm thinking right now is this, is not only is it like, you know, empathy, be empathetic, don't be apathetic. The thing is too, is like, that's how tricky it really got. They've really have been that tricked into thinking that something's going on that's not real life. This is the TV and the movies and all the shit we do. That's not real. I mean,
hey, but B, think about it though. Think about it like this though. Like, I'm gonna talk about it from the opposite perspective.
Right.
Like, I'm a black man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say it from their perspective. I can understand. Think about it. If none of this shit has ever affected you in your whole entire life, and you've never had to deal with it,
they're never going to get.
Why would you care?
Well, not only that.
Why would you care?
What I was going to say is this, Jay. We, you know how we deal with this asshole president. We just can't understand how someone could be like that. I learned, like, you cannot try to comprehend crazy people. And you know what? We live in a whole different world where, just like you said, we've had examples. That's how we grew up. We're loving, caring people that care about our people. They never did, and they don't have the capacity to understand that. And time for talking to them, it's kind of got to be done. You know what I mean? I just cannot. I'm not going to argue with someone that just will refuse to just hear a simple thing of like, hey, my whole thing is like, let everybody do what they want to fucking do. No, you know, no one's trying to. Well, first of all, the only people that are trying to repress culture is fucking white culture. The rest of the cultures, they're not saying you can't go do your hunting and all that shit. We all like hunting, fishing. It blows people out. Black people fish and hunt and golf and all that shit. Bro, we're living in the same world too. We're not getting rid of your culture. We're just saying, can people exist in this goddamn country and be able to do the things that they fucking do? And it makes it better. I mean, we all love Star Wars. To me, that's my fucking favorite thing. I just love learning and hanging with people and the love. You know, it's just been I love it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, just let everybody do their thing. And you know what? You're gonna learn. You're gonna feel better when you just embrace the people around you, because the experience we're all going through is the experience we're all going through. So if these people are like you said earlier, if people are protesting and then the scared old white people are like, oh, they're coming for us, I'm like, it affects everybody. This whole thing is gonna affect everybody. I'm like, why not just be cool. I just don't understand why it's so hard to be cool. You know what I mean?
I don't either. I don't either, bro. And that's the whole thing that we're both trying to figure out.
Right.
Me as a black man and you as a white man, we're both trying to figure those things out. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the bullshit
Sure.
of everything. You know what I'm saying?
It
But
really is.
at
Yeah.
the same time, like I still want to talk to you about what
Yeah.
you do and your job and your profession and
Yeah.
everything.
Hold on too.
So you told me, go ahead.
Oh no. Wait. Good. Well,
I was saying like, so like, you know, you said that like you've still been working. So like there's still been people, even when the shop was supposed to be closed,
yes.
you know what I'm saying? People were still like, hey, I need my tattoo, bro. What's
Well, not
up?
only did they do that, Jay, is that immediately we got gift certificates. People started commissioning us to do artwork, paintings,
Right.
things, and so we were good. You know, the first time in my life I had a little bit of savings, so I was like, I'm good. But it was so cool to see how many people showed up and were like, hey, I'm going to send you money, just because they didn't ask if I need it. They're like, I'm sending you money because I have it to make sure that you guys are okay. That
That's dope.
really was so
That's
amazing.
dope.
And then I was able to. I've been writing a new comic. It's called Mask, MASQ. And you know, as artists, we can only inspiration is right in front of us always. Everybody is like, "Where do you get your ideas?" Like, bro, we're just looking around. But I was,
Living it.
yeah, we're living. And I started writing a new book, working on art, being in a relationship, stuck at the house with your boo is a lot of work. As grown men, you know, we've all had a million girlfriends, but now we have our boos, and like that takes work too, because we, you know, they're not just our boos,
Yep.
they're our fucking best friends who look out for us more than anything, you know. And so being able the work to reciprocate that love and make sure that the people that love me know that I love them, that's work. It takes every goddamn minute of the day to do those things, to just to be there for the people that are there for you. That's honestly, that's just what we've been doing. I do my thing. This was a big wake up to me, to remind me how I got here and why I am here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, you know, as artists, Jesso said that. She was like, we're going through a renaissance, you know, artistically, we're going through a renaissance, you know.
Yeah.
The artists I know are, we had to change our approach to stuff, you know. We're writing different music, we're doing different art, we're saying different things. And we're also just trying to hug and hold on, you know, and let the people that we love know that we love them.
Exactly.
And you know, life's not horrible. You know, I mean, it's scary and fucked up, but I mean, we've all succeeded. We're able. I mean, as boys, that's how we met. We were young men, but like to see us all be on top, doing smart, calculated things. I'm just in love with it. You know.
Well, you gotta find the beauty in the chaos, man. Like, you know, like I can definitely say, like, I feel I'm in a good spot right now, but God damn it if it didn't take me hell to get here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
it was worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I totally understand what you're saying. I totally get it. You know, and I've seen your grind and your struggle to get to where you're at right now, bro. Like I've been
Hey, it
fucking with
was
you
my
from day
fucking
one.
ridiculous, Jay. It was like I dropped
I've
my.
been fucking with you since day one, dude. So I know.
I know.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like
And
we're old. I'm gonna be 45 in a couple weeks. You know, we have a shop. Me and Jess were together for 10 years. Crazy stuff. Our friendship.
Hold on, hold on. So you're an owner in Imperious Rex.
Sideways.
Sideways, like it's like multiple owners, obviously, but
I mean, I am the guy, and no disrespect for anybody else, but I am the guy. But me and Jess opened that at the end of our relationship, and
right.
You know what? We never had animosity. She was 20 and I was 30, and so we rocked the world for 10 years, and we're like, we're going separate ways, and there's always that silly thing. We're like, man, we loved each other so much. We're like, we have to let this go because we just did not want to fight and be mad at each other when we loved each other so much. It was really
amazing.
It was for each other, and we talk every day. It's all good, but it's okay. But it's just been a wild thing. I mean, we blew up Fallen Angel. I'm a crazy man, so I have like 50 mental breakdowns. We go and do the other things, and we built this thing. And I mean, I'm in the parking lot of the spot we built. It's crazy. But
bro, you've been there. You've been at that place for at least 4 to 5 years.
6 years now. Yes.
Exactly.
It's getting wild. It's getting wild.
You've built something. You've built something. And it's something to be proud of, dude. And I fucking salute you for that because you are one of the most awesome, talented artists in any genre that I've ever met. Whether it's
hey, and Jay, I think but you know what? So are you, and so are our friends. I mean, you guys are musicians. I'm an artist. But I'll tell you what. The love and respect that I've gotten from my rapper friends is it's never been anything but just mutual respect about the fact that I mean, that's how me and you connect. That's how me and Nate Great connect. It's like, it's not about the product. It's about the process. You know what I mean? It's about like, this is how we approach it. This is how we go to it. It's where that becomes the same, and everybody's the same with that. I feel, again, I don't want to get too much of that, but again, I've just been so thankful to have the people in my life, the people that saw things, believed, and then I showed up for it. It's really been a cool thing, because we're all fucking crazy. We're all nutballs, But,
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
My friends and family to be like, you know what? Which is what I love, and this is what I tell my friends and family. I'm like, hey, you might be a crazy nutball, but you're my crazy nutball, and that's fucking fine with me. I got your back. I support it. We're all doing this.
Yes.
Thing, and so
exactly.
I think people know and experience that, and I think a lot of this hatred and confusion and stuff, I feel sorry for them because I see they do not have that in their life. I mean,
true, very true.
We can get into cops. I mean, they beat their wives. They're alcoholics. Marijuana was illegal for 1,000,000 fucking years, and the whole time I'm like, hey, smoke some, chill out.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Chill,
Tell them.
Yeah, and then it's just that. I mean, this again, there's so many elements and layers to everything that's happening right now. It's really hard to get people to understand one thing because there's so many things, and then people feel attacked because, if you ever ask anybody, myself, to look themselves in the mirror, it's a fucking tough thing to do. And everybody's looking in the mirror and they're siding it. And to me at this point, I'm like, hey, we're all loving all that, but it's also like, time's up, man. If you don't understand what's going on, I don't have the time to put into trying to change people's mind. The only time I have is to make sure that my friends and family know that I love them and
I get it.
support them. You know, it's just the simplest, and it's work, but it's the simplest thing that I figured out. I was like, I cannot convince people. It's not about me. You know, it's just about I have to be there for my friends and family and the people that have been there for me when I didn't know what the fuck was going on. You know,
Yeah.
when it's just been a crazy thing, you know.
No, I totally get it. And, you know, at the end of the day, it only comes down to who you can affect and who you can change
Right.
on your own. Like, you can't, like, everybody can't change the fucking world.
Yeah, and
As much as you wish you can, everybody can't. So,
the
as
things
long as you can change what's in your circle,
exactly,
you're good. You know what I'm saying? So, as
where
long as you can affect change, if it's 1, 2, 3 people, that's better than 0 people. At least you affected change in some motherfucking body. You know what I'm saying?
we have to, and I can't, we can't change it, but we can only lead by example. And so, again, we're at a bar, but you know what? Everybody thinks we're celebrating a birthday, and we're not. We're just celebrating that we have our friends. So we're like, oh, we're here, and like, you know, oh, we're having fun. I mean, we always have fun. That's always
Yes, you do.
have fun, and just I have the funnest thing for me is to hang out with the people I love, jokes, inspiration, just nice people, because the world's full of people that
Assholes.
assholes. Like, you
World's
know,
full of assholes.
they're immediately and again, this is a lame analogy, but like, you know, just tattoos. I forget I even have fucking, and I don't even give a shit either. But you know, like, oh, you're like, oh, that's the tattoo bearded guy, or you're the black guy, or this person out, like, and those aren't the same. But you know what I mean? Like, the real world is your friends and family. That truly isn't a thing to them. The thing that means to friends and family is they're so happy to see you. I love to see my friends and family smile and have a good time and be okay. You know, I don't feel threatened by anybody's success. I feel inspired because I want to go, well,
Exactly.
you did that, and give me a fucking a cheat code. You know, and I give it up to our parents because, man, how crazy how was that? You know, and again, we're the parents of this age where these kids that we're artists, we create these things. They're inspired by the things that we went through. I mean, that's just a really crazy, amazing thing to see that other people are inspired by the things that we do, the way we were so inspired by hip hop and again the cuff. Oh, I say that only because like this is Sacramento and this is fucking what we're doing, you know. And
hey, you ain't gotta tell me, bro.
I know I'm just
my whole career
right.
is thanks to the cuff. I will never downplay the cuff ever in my life. So you know, out of anybody, I'm gonna be an advocate of the cuff to the day I die.
Every day.
Like,
you know, I went to my closet and I was like, "Where's my cuff shirt?" And I'm like, it always fit kind of tight to me, but I couldn't find it. But they embody what Sacramento was always about to me and my experience in Sacramento. The nicest guys I've ever fucking met in my life. I was just a fucking groupie chasing them down like, I've been listening to music and let me tattoo you guys. And they're not only are they some of my best friends, they are some of the best people I've ever met in my fucking life. And again, and Jay, you too.
I say the same thing.
And the way that
same thing.
The way that knowing those guys and meeting you affected my tattoo shop or the tattoo shops I've worked at, and you know where I work at. It did change their mind. It did it showed them a whole other thing. I mean, Pat was just asking me the other day, he's like, "What? I thought you grew up with Nate and Lefty." I was like, "No, motherfucker, I didn't meet them until my 30s. But we were just all cool." Like, the way you guys interact, I thought you guys grew up on the streets. And I'm like, I mean, no, I grew up on the street, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that is very heartwarming to see that had an impact. I mean, this is almost 15 years later since we were at Fallen Angel and we started tattooing you guys.
Yeah, I remember going. I got my first work from
Right.
you at Fallen Angel.
Yes. And I got Nate first time at Fallen Angel. And now we're here. Again, I love that. I mean, it makes me feel good about life, the things that people can do, stay in communication, and just love, bro. I wouldn't even be able to do the things that I am doing right now without the support of you guys and any friends and family, people that just dug my art and trusted me to do their tats, you know. And to me, it's just now it's just insane. I mean, like any job, everybody hates their job, but having the break from this made me appreciate my role and how important it is for when people come to get a tattoo. It's a huge deal to them. To me, I do 3 to 4 a day for the past 20 years.
Yeah, you're like, whatever, it's a
You know
tattoo.
what I mean? But
deal with it.
But then I was like, hey, you can't look at that. You can't be that way. You have to take every single fucking one and approach it as important as it is to the person that's coming to get it. So we just learn and try to figure those things out. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. As a person that has known you forever and you fucking put all types of ink on me while I was fucking 10 years of getting tattoos. And my wife only has 2 tattoos.
Right, yeah.
And she got them from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And has nothing but great things to say about you. And she loves the fact that you were so calm and cool about fucking with her. And I tell people to this day, like, I'm not going anywhere else. This is my guy. And if you want to get a good tattoo, you need to go to Sacramento and fuck with him because that's my guy.
Well, and like, that's my again, that's my work. I'm sharing this skill so we can have all the things that we want, top notch, just like you guys. We're all professionals. We're at the top of our game. I love, and I feel so thankful that you guys include me in this group, and you asked me to do this. It really is a big thing to me. It just reminds us of the work, you know?
I want to thank you tonight for giving me your time. You've been outside the fucking parking lot all night. I know where you're at, and I appreciate you, bro. I fucking love you. My wife loves you. Your family, bro. And I appreciate the hell out of you.
Hey,
and I can't wait to come see you again and get some more work because I'm trying to finish my sleeve. So, yeah, I'm trying to come fuck with you.
No, hey, thank you. I love you guys. Hope to see you and talk to you guys soon.
No, you will.
I know.
You stay safe and keep making that money and keep putting that art on people because you're one of the best out there. And I will not stop tooting your horn until I die. You are the fucking man. I love you, Brandon. You're my brother. I love you.
Hey, I love you too, bro. Hey, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Talk soon. All right, brother.
All right, man. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to episode 23 of Chop 15 with Jay Walker. I want to give props to my boy Brandon Bracamonte. I love him. He's one of the best artists I've ever met in my life. He can take a pencil and draw whatever you want. If you ever want a tattoo and you're in the Sacramento area, holler at that dude. The Bracamonster on Instagram, please fuck with him. I hope everybody's having a great weekend, and I thank you all for tuning in. I'm super appreciative that you're here and you pay attention to what we're doing. Um, I'm gonna be off on Sunday and Monday. I'll be back on Tuesday for the rest of the week. I hope you guys tune in. And until then, stay safe, stay aware, and I'll see you. Peace.